Here.
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 I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, item number 3, discussion and possible action to amend the minutes from December 8, 2025, specifically to remove Corey Brewer's title of undersheriff during public comments per his request.
I wasn't here for that meeting.
There's nothing wrong with the minutes. The minutes are accurate. He is the undersheriff. Doesn't matter where he's at, on or off the clock, he's still the undersheriff. The first line states that he was clearly here as a citizen of District 2. I don't think there's any inaccuracies in it, so I'm not interested in changing it.
Okay, is that a motion?
I'm just gonna take no action on it, unless Charles has anything to add to that.
Well, the undersheriff didn't present anything to this board. He did. Troy Brewer did. The undersheriff did. And it is a force of habit to make reference to somebody by their title. I still call Tim Brewer judge in my office, and he hasn't been a judge for a while. And I probably will still call him judge for him to get notice of his funeral. It would be simple just to say that was an error. To make reference in that way, which I will say at this point for the record, and since it is tape recorded, that was an error to reference him as undersheriff as opposed to citizen. And perhaps that would be sufficient. And no formal action taken. That's yours. That's up to you.
Okay.
I'm fine with not taking formal action.
Okay,
So no action on that?
no action. But we'll know in the future. Okay, item 4, discussion and possible approval of minutes from December 15, 2025 commissioner meeting. Motion to approve.
Second.
Gary?
Yes.
Zach?
Yes.
Ruth? Yes.
Item 5, review purchase orders generated by the Grady County governing bodies during the current and previous months and authorize or deny payment of such purchase orders.
These are just partial payments. General government, Chickasha Industrial Welding, $16.66. So the items were purchased on blanket PO 262369 on 10/24, and the PO was for $750 and was closed out for payment on 11/12/25 at 106.80. Minko Senior Citizens, proper purchasing procedures were not followed. It's to the Minko Senior Citizens Activity Fund, reimbursement of November payroll. Invoice dated before PO, $10,375.23. Sheriff's Office, Brandon Carlin, we towed a Jaguar and a two Jaguars and Harley Davidsons. Towing done after hours on 12/4, a PO should have been opened the next business day on 12/5, but the PO was not opened until 12/9, $630.17. Chickasha Senior Citizens, Ross Henderson, PLLC, Professional Services, proper purchasing procedures were not followed, invoice dated before PO, $125. Tuttle Fire Department, Rush Services Oklahoma LLC, repairs to Fire Station 1. Proper purchasing procedures were not followed, invoice dated before PO, $3,500. Make a motion to approve, but I wanna remind everyone, at some time, commissioners don't have to approve these.
Second.
Gary,
Yes.
Zach,
Yes.
Ruth,
Yes.
Okay, item 6, so, discussion and possible action on reports from the Emergency Management Director, Grady County Fire Department, and Safety Director.
Good morning. And first of all, hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of the holiday week. So last week I was able to attend the Southwest Emergency Management, event, and was able to really meet a lot of the people, even the cattle nations, just a whole lot of people, which I think is good. They brought up a lot of, trying to update all of our MOUs and those kind of things that are probably very outdated. And I'm in agreement with that, and once those are done, I'll update you as we do those. I've been working on the EM grant, emergency management grant. It's almost $1 million, like 900 something thousand. I did find information on it through Keely, who's also gonna look through the paper documents. I was able to email them. Within 15 minutes, I got a response. I filled out the request to get, admission into that account so I can get eyes on it to see where we're at. They did say we're current, from the email I read, on our quarterly reports, which started before I got here, and we'll have another one due January 5th. So I'm trying to figure out what that is and make sure we stay on top of it. I believe we're okay, but I'm not 100% sure on that, because, Commissioner, Ruth is thinking it has to be encumbered before the end of this year. I know there's only a couple days left, but I'm a big Creek guy. I believe they'll message me today so I can access the grant, hopefully on electronics. And then Laura found a drawer full of grant information, so we're gonna attack that thing today and see if there's anything in there, that can help me figure out if we're good. That way you all know we're good or not.
This is one of those instances where the board approved to apply for the grant, but the grant paperwork was never turned into Keely, so we have no idea what's going on.
Is this
And I've
at
been-
Ninth in Illinois?
Yeah,
I will say Dell usually turned in all his paperwork once he had it all gathered.
And
It's
yeah.
not common for him not to
No.
have it.
Right.
it's not, and I've been asking him for about 6 months for the paperwork, and, this is the reason we have the grant policy, so that once it's approved, we have everything, so we know what it is. And the
I
land,
met with Willowbrook over there last week,
did you?
and he says 60 by 100 is probably gonna fill that lot up. That's giving us a little bit of parking space and a fenced yard in the back. So 6,000 square foot. And all the markers are there as far as the property line.
Yeah, the survey's been done. The lawyer said the 24th is the last day for anybody to, I don't know what the word is, to come against it, cause we got that through a treasurer's sale, so.
The neighbor's fence is on
on our
our
property?
side.
Okay.
They missed it by about a foot.
Yeah, and talking with Mike last week, I remember he said, as soon as we know, they're already ready. So we just gotta know if we're good or not on the grant.
And Willowbrook was gonna talk with the city on variances as far as how far off the road and that stuff, if we gotta break it halfway up or anything like that.
The only other thing, cause there's other things on the agenda, but, the undersheriff, spoke for the sheriff to me and said that they're wanting to try to get some help on all the repeaters and antennas the county has across our county, which is quite a few, and figure out what those contracts are, cause he believes one of the repeaters is on somebody's personal property. Is it a handshake, is it a contract? If they don't want us to be there anymore, how does that work? So what they're trying to do is just shore up all these, not that a handshake isn't still valid sometimes, I believe it still is, but in the world we live in, having a true MOU, a contract that says we can have our repeaters there. Even at OHP, cause ODOT, we had one up there by McDonald's, beyond exit 83, and, just to make sure we're good with them. And that's all I had. Everything's been, us has been good.
Kim?
We did have our board meeting, last Tuesday. I'll get the October and November minutes out to you guys. They haven't had a quorum enough to approve the September minutes yet, but I'll get those two out to you. And, guys have been working on maintenance, battery chargers, batteries, getting their LP gas filled at the stations, and they've really been working on that stuff really hard. Some deferred maintenance is finally getting their hands on. I did visit with Brian Friday, I believe, and he said the Cox City engine is finally done. They've been working on that for about 3-4 years, just because they couldn't find the right motor and that sort of thing, but it is finally done. It was supposed to have been back to the station sometime this weekend. So that's a win. And then I'll be on vacation starting Wednesday, and then I won't be back till whatever that first Monday is in January. May come back the second, it depends on how tired of my husband I am. So, there's that.
Okay, Bobby is gone. So, item number 7, discussion and possible action on the report and work orders from the construction superintendent tonight.
We're working on the sheriff's new office in that building. That's been an ongoing project. They're over there painting today. We're waiting on heat and air in your addition, so we're kinda on hold until that's done, and then we'll be ready to sheet rock down there. The parking lot, probably 90% there. Most of the fence is up. We're waiting on one more approach to get poured. And then we can get Digi over there for the security and all of that, and then I'll be gone tomorrow until Monday of next week. But my guys are working tomorrow and Friday.
Okay. I'll make public comments, no one signed up. Item 9, new business. Ruth?
I don't have it.
Okay, no new business. Item 10, discussion and possible action on the tabled item for procedures for closing of the courthouse during inclement weather.
So I got to looking at the policy we already have, and the only thing it says is the chairman of the board, which that's fine if you wanna do that. We can change it to the commissioner over the board, but it does say employees who are scheduled to work in the affected areas on paid administrative leave during their normal duty hours, employees on paid administrative leave due to unsafe working conditions are on standby or on-call status. So I think that covers us to say if we close the courthouse and they decide we're gonna open it at noon, they're on-call status. And if they don't come in and we open the courthouse, then they have to use their own time. But it's already in the handbook.
Do you want to reword how that is wrote to where, cause it, by the way that that's wrote,
written.
we're outside of the policy right now.
Right,
So do you want to reword that to where it's whatever commissioner is over the courthouse?
That's what I would.
Okay.
would be
That way it does,
best.
cause it can be the chairman of the board,
Okay.
but by that wording, it could be chairman of the board.
Yeah.
and I assume everyone needs to go and talk to their employees and let them know this, because it is already in the handbook, so they are on call status.
What section is it in?
It is on page 21.
Okay.
And, there's a lot of interesting stuff in here, I'm sure people have forgot it, so.
Yes, ma'am.
Bill, do you have all the codes and stuff in case we do close, that you can let the media and stuff, that you got all that squared away on how to
What?
do that?
When you say codes?
Yeah,
sir?
there's a code you call, a number you call and give them a code that say the courthouse is closed.
Now, what we did for the burn ban is, I created a list that all three of us have in my office now of who I contact, the news, their emails, all that. Now, if there's a code out there, I don't know about it.
I'm pretty sure that there's an individual code.
I'll try to find out.
They do that so someone can prank call and
Right.
Well, yeah,
close the
yeah.
courthouse.
I got you. It's just a verification that it's me.
Right.
I got you. I'll try to figure that out. I didn't know anything about that yet. Makes sense though, 'cause
The courthouse will probably never be open.
I've got a question on that closure. So how does that affect my guys? Cause if the courthouse is closed, it doesn't affect us really, but
That is, to me, so like, I assume Bill, Bobby come in. I'm assuming you would come in if we needed anything.
I think that's, I think it's gonna lot be on there. If they think they can make it, I think.
well, I think if you got a county truck, you probably should come to work. Now, the guys that drive their own vehicle, that should be on them to determine if they wanna get out and crash their own truck, but so like if you're driving a county truck,
Well, a lot of it would depend on what y'all got going on that
Yeah.
day too.
there's always something.
To me, you're kind of an emergency service, we could use you for other things,
Okay.
like
But
Bill and
My
Bobby,
guys though, if they say, hey, we're not coming, then
they would be covered under the courthouse closures, the way I feel.
okay. I know that's gonna be a question that comes about the next time.
Now, if they come in and they work, they get comp time for the hours they work, but the courthouse is closed.
Okay,
They get, it just regular time though, it's just regular time.
okay.
Do you want me to write that in there and bring it back through so y'all can sign off on that?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
To make sure it's, cause we didn't really have on the agenda.
So it probably,
so.
they probably need to take no action and then put it on the agenda as an agenda item to reword that.
That may take more than next week to get done.
For sure.
That's fine.
Yeah,
For sure.
it is a short week and we're on holiday season. I just think if everybody goes back and visits with their employees and lets them know that it is in the handbook, so,
Everybody should know that, they just don't wanna come in.
yeah, but we did go through this during COVID and Jason had to talk to the officials about it, so. Okay, so no action?
No action.
Okay, item 11, discussion and possible action to purchase a 3-year warranty for communications van from Nomad in the amount of $50,290.06 and to possibly be paid for to the ARPA interest account.
So we had talked about the different warranties. I think 3 years plenty. That ban is just all electronics and radios, and I think by 3 years, if we don't understand the dynamics of it, I probably need to be released from my duties. I'm joking, but I'm not. Because we have people that are smart like that. Once we really understand it, if a radio breaks, we're gonna switch them out. That's just my thought process, but right now, I think it's prudent that we, especially that vehicle, it's a Mercedes, so all that, when you say Mercedes, that's money all by itself. And, so the 3 years is what I suggest. They sent me that this morning, where it breaks it down in payments, because I told them we can either pay the whole thing off if you all decide to do that, and, where the monies would come from, or incremental throughout the period of the 3 years. And that's what they sent me this morning.
Okay, and then talking to Charles, so we can't do 3 years, so we need to get them to do a bill from January to June, and then a new bill from July to the next June, and we'll have to do it. Keely, help me on this. I do
Yeah.
think we probably need to take it out of the ARPA funds, because we bought that with ARPA, and I think we can take the 6 months and the year out, because we would have it encumbered before the 2026, but then we would probably be on it ourselves for the rest of it.
That is broke down, not by for the full 3 years, it has a payment plan on it.
I do have a
It's
question.
just the agreement you're worried about.
Yeah, I mean, in agreement, we've done this
It needs to be a year with the automatic
renewal.
renewal.
And that, so, yes. And I don't see any of that language in this piece of paper.
Yeah, I see it.
So,
Much there.
I do have a question. Teacher? So like we buy warranties for equipment all the time, you know, like you say we just buy the piece of equipment, it's got a 2-year warranty with it. How does that work? What's the differential between the piece of equipment that's got a warranty or the extended warranty that we buy on top of it and?
Bottom line is this, we can contract for stuff, whatever that stuff might be, for 1 year. July 1 to June 30. And if we want to contract in the middle of that period of time, because this is a new thing, that contract can only go to June 30.
Right.
So it could be 3 months, 6 months, 8 months. And that's it. If we want something longer, and this is how we do it for leases on
Right.
cars.
I understand,
and-
yeah, I understand all
We
that.
have the automatic thing.
I was just trying to understand for the warranty and stuff, for the future.
Yeah,
as we
now,
move
if a
forward.
warranty comes with the product, okay, cool, I mean, we've already paid for it, if it was a part of the price of the thing. But if we're sticking an extra warranty on top of it, it can only be for a year at a time with automatic renewal language in the statute or the contract that would allow it to extend beyond that.
so I understand, the warranty lapsed, we're requesting a 3-year warranty because it lapsed. We can't pay the full amount, and I don't even know if ARPA has that money, I know I don't have it in our budget to cover 50,000, cause we'd be about pretty close to zero. I'm talking emergency management. So I need to go back and tell them, do it from now, or correction, January till June, then a full year, or how, is
The
that?
contract needs to be drafted up from January to June with language in it to extend for 1 fiscal year unless, with bailout language on both sides.
Right,
Cancellation.
yes, sir.
Language. And we can make reference to it to be 3 years long, or
Yes.
whatever, in the language.
Okay.
Because at the end of 6 months, we may say, no, I'm not gonna pay any more money.
Right.
We're certainly not gonna send them 50K.
Right, I didn't think so, but I wanna be sure, and I can get help from that awesome office upstairs maybe,
Yeah.
with the language.
Is there enough money in that ARPA interest to pay 6 months and then a year?
Yeah, the only thing with the ARPA interest is, are we gonna leave that interest sitting there for 3 years, or am I gonna lapse that out and open a PO out of the general and just budget that?
To me, I think
That's y'all.
okay,
I think it would probably be cleaner and easier to pay for the first year out of the ARPA funds, budget it for years 2 and 3.
I mean, I need to get that money out of there and close that fund completely out, it's just lingering at this point. But I've been kinda trying to wait,
How much is in there?
Yeah.
not a lot, it's just interest that's been built,
I was thinking at one point in time it was like 101,000 or something
somewhere
like
around
that.
there, yeah.
Yeah, cause the first payment's like, from January to June is like 8,300 to get us for the first 6 months,
Yeah.
to finish this budget year out. And then it would be 16 something for 26, 27. And then even if I needed to budget it
And that
for
would be
emergency
fine.
management,
You can
Yeah,
put it
'cause
in your budget.
for that
It'll
Abby part.
roll into the general fund, so that it'll be there
Oh,
Yeah.
for you to budget it into yours.
so what I'll do is work this week and next week, you know, cause I know they're busy, but, and then I'll put it back on the agenda. Is that what you want me to do?
So if
So you
table
table
it,
it, and then I'll bring everything back the right way?
Well,
so-
it probably don't need to be tabled, it probably needs to be no action, and then put on there, cause right now, the only way that we could make a decision on it is for the 3-year
Oh, okay.
warranty.
Yeah, and that would be no.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
So take no action. Keep the contract written properly and get it back in front of us.
Okay.
No action on 11. Item 12, discussion and possible action to enter into executive session for the purpose of discussing the employment, hiring, appointment, promotion, demotion, disciplining, or resignation of any individual salaried public officer or employee, specifically Dale Thompson, Title 25, Oklahoma Statutes 307-B1. Make a motion to enter into executive session.
I'll second it.
Yes.
yes.
Okay, item 13, back, make a motion to go back to regular session.
Second.
Gary,
Yes.
Zach,
Yes.
Ruth,
Yes.
Item 14, discussion and possible action to vote and take any necessary action on executive session.
I'll make a motion to table the executive session till next week.
Second.
Gary,
Yes.
Zach,
Yes.
Ruth,
Yes.
Okay, item 15. Pass it in there, we'll go.
oh, no, we won't go with you,
Okay,
because
so-
you'll remove the
Okay,
conversation from that.
okay. Item 15, discussion and possible approval of a bid request for the rebidding of 3/4 inch and 1 inch cover materials, road stabilizer, lignin liquor, and soil cement for the 6-month bid of commonly used items.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Okay.
Okay.
Who?
You, Gary.
Me.
Gary,
We can figure it out, yes.
Zach.
Yes.
Ruth,
Yes.
Item 16, discussion and possible approval of a change order from Will Flow for plumbing at the District 3 barn. The vendor in error has already completed the change order. Make a motion to approve. Mike?
Well, we changed that half-round sink from the
Yeah.
addition to out in the, where that existing sink is.
Yes.
And I told him I need numbers on this before we do it, and somewhere between that and where we're at now, he went ahead and completed the change, so. I don't know what to tell him about, I just told him to send me the bill and we'd figure it out, but
All right, I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second it.
Gary,
Yes.
Zach,
Yes.
Ruth,
Yes.
17, discussion and approval of disposal of equipment for District 2 in accordance with the provisions set forth in Title 19-6, Section 421.
Make a motion to approve the system equipment that we sold through Purple Wave.
Second.
Gary,
Yes.
Zach,
Yes.
Ruth,
Yes.
yeah, good night.
You too.
I have
Thanks,
no
Mike.
if there's anything crazy. We'll send it to Rick. If there's anything crazy.
Have a good vacation, Merry Christmas.
Christmas,
I will
Charles.
talk to you later. Thank you to you too.
Okay, item number 18, discussion and possible approval of a ODOT 324A reimbursement claim for WDB Engineering for engineering work on Amber Road from US 81 to State Highway 92.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Gary,
Yes.
Zach,
Yes.
Ruth,
Yes.
Item 19, discussion and possible approval of the corrected DOT Form 324A and administrative settlement for Richard C. Robertson and Susan Renee Roan for project number Sarah Road over I-44, approved in the December 15, 2025 meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Gary,
Yes.
Zach,
Yes.
Ruth,
Yes.
Have a Merry Christmas.
Thank you, you as well. Bye.
See you, Kim. Merry Christmas. Adam. So two of those two.
Here it is. Here it is.
Did fall in there.
Oh, no, it's just being reaped on this backside.
Okay. Okay, item 20, discussion and possible approval of the corrected DOT Form 324A and administrative settlement for Susan Renee Roan and Richard Chama Robertson for project number Sarah Road over I-44, approved in the December 15, 2025 meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Gary,
Yes.
Zach,
Yes.
Ruth,
Yes.
Item 21, discussion and possible approval of a lease purchase agreement between Grady County District 2 and Warren Cat.
Make a motion to approve the lease agreement.
Second.
Gary,
Yes.
Zach,
Yes.
Ruth,
Yes.
It's all,
Oh, Ruth.
it's all read, unless there's something on the back, very back page.
Well, maybe get to see.
It's all you, it's all you.
Justin McWilliams will appreciate it.
Oh, wait,
for what it's
no.
worth.
Oh,
Sure enough.
sure enough, right here.
Who's good? Ruth and me.
If you find them, we'll sign them.
Okay.
Just for Gary, Gary, and just for Ruth,
Ruth.
yeah.
Okay.
You'll have to sign that.
Item 22, discussion and possible approval of the declaration of surplus of equipment in accordance with 19 Oklahoma statutes 339 and 421 through 421.2 for District 2.
This is some additional equipment we're gonna sell and get rid of. Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Gary, I gave it
Yes,
to you.
okay.
Zach,
Yes.
Ruth,
Yes.
I think that's barely slid out of the wire, get it? 23, discussion and possible action to deposit a check from Purple Wave in the amount of $600,400 into Highway District Number 2 capital outlay for sale of equipment.
Make a motion to approve. This is the equipment that we disposed of in item 17.
I'll second.
Gary,
Yes.
Zach,
Yes.
Ruth,
Yes.
There you go. Item 24, discussion and possible action to deposit a check from WMLPS Opioid Qualified Settlement Fund in the amount of $719.80 into the opioid settlement Walmart M&O account for administrative expenses. Make a motion to approve.
Second it.
Gary,
Yes.
Zach,
Yes.
Ruth,
Yes.
Item 25, discussion and possible approval of utility pipeline road crossing permits, water line fast line permits, and driveway pinhole permits.
Make a motion to approve. I've got 3.
Second,
Gary,
yes.
Zach,
Yes.
Ruth,
Yes.
Item 26, discussion and possible approval of county officer monthly reports.
I don't have one today.
Okay. Need that. You said none? Okay. Okay, item 27, discussion and possible approval of blanket purchase orders.
You might have noticed, we put that at the bottom of the agenda. It seems like when we were bringing it in the morning, you weren't having a chance to look at them. And then I also made each one of you a copy so you could look at it for
Okay.
the meeting. Then you have more idea of what people are,
Okay.
wanting blankets for, so.
Alright. Item 28, discussion.
We still gotta approve it.
Yeah.
Oh, motion to approve.
Second.
Gary,
Yes.
Zach,
Yes.
Ruth,
Yes.
Item 28, discussion and possible approval of estimate of needs, request for appropriations and transfer of appropriations.
And I don't have anything today.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Gary,
Yes.
Zach,
Yes.
Ruth,
Yes.